And here we are. Welcome, everyone. I'm Alessandro Palma, your host for today. We're here with Jed Schwartz. Welcome, Jed.
Thank you, Ali. And for those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Jed Schwartz, and I'm on the faculty of the Mary Burmeister Jin Shin Jyutsu Institute in Scottsdale, Arizona. However, I'm coming to you live from upstate New York in the Catskill Mountains, and which is why I'm dressed a little warm, because it's chilly this time of year. And I want to thank you all for joining us today. It's especially gratifying to me to see and feel the connection that we all make when we're looking through these computer screens or phones or iPads, and how we are ultimately making a circle around the world, making a connection. And even though we may not feel each other, when we do this work, we are making a connection to one another. And especially with what's going on in the world, it's so nice to know that we are connected. We're all brothers and sisters in the same family of humanity. And this family is born from love. So today, what I would love for us to practice and share is holding the area in Jin Shin Jyutsu. When you look at our diagram of the body and the different sequences that we call safety energy locks, we're going to be today holding the eights. And the eight is located right on the outside lower part of the knee. So if this is the outside of the knee, it's right at the head of the fibula. So if you put your hands in this location, so if you're just working on yourself, you're going to slide your hands right at the upper corner of the knee, just below the knee. But if you can't reach it, you just hold wherever you can comfortably. And if you're sitting, this is going to be a very easy thing to do if you sit up really straight, and you might want to not lean back on your chair, but come a little bit forward, and you can slide both hands on either side of the outside of your thigh into the knee, so your fingers are touching the knee. So you could hold that really comfortably. And if your feet are flat on the ground, making a connection to Mother Earth, rooting yourself, it's easier, I find, when your legs aren't crossed, unless you're sitting in a cross-legged position, in a yoga position. Now, for some of you who can't sit, or you're unable to sit, it's not comfortable for you, there's an alternative that we can work with, and that's going to be holding our fingers in this position. And this mudra, holding the middle finger, is making a similar connection as you were if you were holding safety energy lock 8 on the outside of your knee. It's making this connection of harmony and balance. And if you look at the hand, you see we're holding the middle finger. It's the centerpiece in our hand of 5 fingers. So this middle finger is bringing balance between the left and the right. It's opening ourselves up to harmony on every level that we can imagine. So this is a very beautiful, energizing flow mudra that you can hold. When you hold the outside of your knees, if that's comfortable for you, or you're holding your fingers like this, what I'd like you to do is just try to get as comfortable as you can, and start to notice your breathing, and notice the energy flowing. And this safety energy lock, when you think about the symbol of the 8, it's about flow, it's about movement. And when you follow its spiraling effect, this is unlimited. It's the sign of infinity, an endless, boundless flow of energy. It doesn't begin, it doesn't stop, it's just constantly flowing. And when we hold this area on our body, it brings that intensity of this magic that's moving through us to be more profound. But it's always flowing, whether you're touching it or not, because this symbol of 8 is represented by us. It's this higher world, heaven world, connecting to the lower world, or the earth world, the root, rooted in heaven, rooted in earth. And its connection is through this narrow area. And if you think about an hourglass where the sand is going through, it's through this little opening that things are moving. When this area becomes contracted and stuck, there's no movement. And that's what happens to us when we get stuck. And we get stuck, as it's said in all of our previous We Are One programs, we get stuck with our attitudes. And our attitudes are what congests this area so that energy doesn't move. And we're not aware of it. We're not being fed by this constant flow. So once we start to open it up, it allows us to take it in on a deep, deep level to help rejuvenate and regenerate every part of our body. Every cell is getting what it needs to be able to stay vital, to stay connected to the whole, to stay connected to heaven. To the divine mind, the divine physician can come into each of us so that we're able to really be what we're meant to. So I'd like you, if you're comfortable, just to close your eyes, to connect to your breath. And I'd like you to imagine that the area at the waistline, the diaphragm, is this opening for the light, the energy to filter into you, to come down into your feet. And then as you breathe, you feel it returning back up. So this never-ending flow of sustenance from our source. So take a moment and breathe and relax. Let go of your day, let go of your thinking, let go of personality. And start to feel the moment that you're in. This now will never be here again. So let's experience it as deeply as we can with the breath. Feeling the breath moving down through your body. Feel it rising back up, this constant flow. You can visualize the symbol 8 moving through you. These spirals of energy that flow through each of us, through every part of our being, from the source. And even if we are stuck, even if we have congestion and contraction, if we have attitudes, we are still being blessed by this flow of energy. We're just not aware of it. Even when we're filled with fear and anger, even when we're suffering, this divine flow is always there for us. And that's a gift because it just takes a moment for us to shift ourselves, to adjust, to reconnect to it, to plug back into this endless source of light and flow, just like we connect into the sun. And begin to feel your body relax with it. Feel yourself opening to the sun of a new day, feeling the clouds of your thoughts drifting away, and feel the radiance of the light not only on your face or your body, but feel it in the depths of your being, the very center of yourself. Breathing it in, feeling it move through your whole body, and expanding outward. The movement of breath, the movement of spirit is the same. It infuses my being with love, with healing, with compassion, forgiving me for all that I may have done that I regret, and giving me the opportunity for a new beginning. Breathe in deeply. And notice the movement in your body. Allow yourself to rest into this comforting arms of the Mother. this divinity that's within all of us. Feel it surround you. Allow yourself to be comforted. If you're here in this moment with some discomfort or pain, breathe into it, breathe through it, allow it to move. This spiral of energy that moves through us, like a great river always flowing. Allow yourself to let it go. Going deeper, beyond the mind, beyond the voice. Opening to the grace of the Creator, the beloved one that is always with you, never leaves your side. The divine comforter is always here. Oh yes, feel it move through you. Surrender anything you're holding on to that doesn't serve you. Going deeper still. And as you go deeper, you feel yourself expanding into the universe of creation. Feel the connection. And imagine that your breath connects with each and every one of us, creating a brilliant circle of light around Mother Earth. And for a moment, I want you to imagine that as you breathe, you're sending this healing energy into the earth, to all humankind, to all beings, to every world that exists here, the invisible and the visible, to the animals, to the insects, to the plants, the trees. Send your love. As a prayer of light, as a breath to fill the world. Let's send our focus to the leaders of the world, both political, religious, and economic. With a prayer in your heart, see it open their hearts and their minds to a new way of thinking, to create a better world of selflessness, of service, of generosity to those who have less, to the more needy. And imagine, if you will, a new world, a new heaven on earth, where there's food for everyone, clothing and housing and work. A world without separation of races, of religions, of tribes. A world filled with grace. A world you would want to live in and raise your family in. Feel it. Let go and feel the grace. And let us send our love and our thoughts to those who have left this world. Anyone that you may have known who has passed over, left their body. To all the ones who have left, we send them prayers for ease in their ascension. And if you would, feel the light descending upon you now. The more we give, the more we receive. And receive this blessing right this moment. Take it into you, to every atom and every cell of your body. Be open to the grace. Feel your connection to Source. Feel the light and love in your heart. And in your own way, give gratitude. Give thanks. And breathe in and breathe out. Feel your feet on the ground, the chair you sit in. And stay in this space as long as you need to and want to. And know that it's always here. It's always accessible. And in the moments where you feel stress, you feel alone, just take a moment and reconnect. And then you'll know the truth. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to be with us today. Whenever you see this recording, there's no time. We're all connected all the time, every moment. Sometimes we don't pay attention to that, especially when we're doing things we wish we hadn't, but we're always there with each other. And I'd like to thank Ali for always being here for us. His humility and his generosity, I'm sure you all can feel by the little tiny picture, because the little picture is really a big picture. So thank you all.
Thank you all. And we'll be back on Sunday at the same time with a new webinar, a new practice for you all. Enjoy your day. Thank you.